some more moolah, moolah, moolah with Miss Sheehan. So if you could grab your Learn book, we are going to be on page 189 today, and we're going to be talking about different ways to draw amounts of coins, okay? So you should be just about there now, and I will start on page 189. It already gives you one way to make it, and it tells you what we're making, okay? So the first one says 26 cents, and we need to find one more way to make the same total, okay? So they gave us 2 dimes, a nickel, and a penny. Now, for me, I always try to think, okay, is there like a big amount I could do, or dimes are a little easy? What could I do, okay? So I think 26 cents, the first thing I think of is, oh, there's one that's really close to that. It's a quarter and it's 25. So I'm going to first do a quarter, 25 cents. And I just need one more to get to 26, right? So what would I add there? A penny. Nice work. 25 plus 1 is 26. Dun, da, da, da. Number 1 is already done. Remember, if it's too fast, just pause me and unpause me when you're ready. All right, number 2, 35 cents. Looks like they used 3 dimes and a nickel. What could we do? I bet we could start with the same strategy. Do you want to add a quarter? Now, you might find another strategy besides the ones that we do. That's okay. Just check with your mom or dad and make sure it still equals 35 cents, okay? All right, so the next one, I'm going to add a quarter. That's 25. How could I get to 35? 25. We could either do 2 nickels, 30, 35, or 1 dime just to get to 35. I'm going to do the dime. You can do whatever you'd like. Boom. We're done. Number 2. Number 3. 55 cents. Okay, so it looks like they gave us 2 quarters and a nickel. So the other way, if you already have used quarters, you can use dimes. Those are super easy to count by tens, right? So let's do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let's start with 5 dimes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put a 10 in each one. And then I'm at 50. I got to get to 55. I could either do 1 nickel or 5 pennies. I'm going to do a nickel. You can do the pennies if you'd like. There we go. Look at that. We're going so quick. Number 4. 75 cents. They have given us 3 quarters. We will challenge them with another way. Do you want to do dimes again? Yeah. So we'll do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Start with 7 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to get to 75 cents, I can do that again. I can either do a nickel or I can do 5 pennies. I'm going to do a nickel. You can do 5 pennies if you'd like. There's mine. Very nice. Okay, turn the page. We are going to be on page 190 next. And the next one is about Gretchen. Really close to my sister's name, Greta. All right, Gretchen has 45 cents to buy a yo-yo. Fun. Do you guys have a yo-yo? Write 2 coin combinations she could have paid that would equal 45 cents. Okay, so we have to have 2 different kinds, okay? So the first one I'm going to do, I always like to start with the dimes. You can try whatever you want. So I'm going to do, to get to 45 cents, I'm going to do 4 dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 5 more cents, so I'm going to try a nickel. You could do it with pennies if you want. Okay, So that one gets me to 45 cents, and I need to find one more way. So you could even do pennies. That would be a lot of drawing, wouldn't it? I'm going to try starting with a quarter. So I'm going to do 1/4, which is 25 cents, and 25. Then I'm going to go to some dimes. So 25, 35. So I'm going to draw 1, 45. That gets me right there. Okay. So this is mine, my 2 ways. They both get me to 45 cents, which is great. The next one, number 6. Remember, if I'm ever going too fast, just pause. Unpause when you're ready. Number 6 says, the cashier gave Joshua 1/4, 3 dimes, and 1 nickel. Write 2 other coin combinations that would equal the same amount. How much does he have? We have to figure that out first, right? So 1/4, I'll just draw this out for you, 3 dimes, and 1 nickel. Okay, so let's figure out how much he has first, and then we can figure out the 2 different combinations, okay? So it says 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, so we have to figure out 2 different combinations that equal 60 cents. You think we can do it? I know we can do it. All right, so 60 cents. The first one, you guys probably know by now. I like to start with the dimes. So, how many dimes would we do to equal 60? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 6. Draw 6 dimes and put a 10 in each one. Okay, now the other one that we can do, I always like to use the quarters if we can, because then you don't have to draw as many. I mean, you can do all nickels or all pennies if you want. It might just take you a million years. That's fine. All right, I'm going to start with some quarters. So I'm going to say 25, 50. Can I do 3? No, 75, no. So I can only do 2, right? So I'm going to go 25 and 50. And what else would I need to get me to 60? A dime, right? Look at that. That was pretty quick. Awesome job. Now remember, you need a little bit of time. Just pause. I'll be right here until you unpause me. Okay, the last one for today. It says Alex has 4 quarters. 4 quarters. Nicole and Caleb have the same amount of money. Write 2 other coin combinations that Nicole and Caleb could have. How much does Alex have? 4 quarters? Let's skip count by 25s, remember? 25, 50, 75, $1. I knew that skip counting would come in handy for us, right? Okay, so we have to figure out 2 ways to make $1. You think we can do it? We can't use the 4 quarters. I know. Okay, so the first one I always do is the dimes, because I find it really easy to count by 10s. Maybe that's a good strategy for you too. So how many 10s would we have? How many dimes? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have to add 10 dimes. Okay, so let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in each one, we will have the number 10. Great. All right, now the last one, I am going to use a couple quarters. I'm not going to use 4, but instead I'm going to use 3, because then I won't have to draw as much. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 quarters was $1, but let's try 25, 50, 75, okay? So let's make 3 quarters, 1, 2, 3, and that gets me to 75. So then I might try a nickel. That would get me to 80. Okay, so that's 580. And then what could I do next? A dime. That would get me to 90. I'm so close. What else do I need to add? One more dime, right? And that gets me to 100. Woo! Alrighty. We can skip page 191 for now. You can do it if you want. No problem. And then I am going to read our problem solver for today. It's on page 193. And you are going to be making different combinations. Okay, so let me read it. It says Andrew, Brett, and Jay each have $1 in change in their pockets. They each have a different combination of coins, so they don't all have the same kinds. What coins might each boy have in his pocket? Okay, so I would split that up into 3 sections, that little area, and I would think, how could you find 3 different ways to make $1 in coins? Okay, there you go. Other than that, you can do freckle, zern, or extra math today, and we'll see you again tomorrow for more Math with Miss Sheehan.